Hi there, Robert here, and welcome to my shed. Let's take a look at the car that I'm working on currently. Here we have my 1975 Ford Cortina. Okay, let's have a look at the car. So at the front here, you'll notice that there's no lights or grille in the car, which when I purchased the car in 2012 off eBay, it was a shell apart from having the pre-crossflow engine in it. So with the engine bay, it's all been stripped. So I paint stripped all that, and it's been sprayed in etch primer. On the right side, or the passenger side, you'll notice that there's some black paint on the rails. That's some KBS systems, a rust converter type paint that I've put on the car in certain sections. There was a bit of pitting where the battery tray was, so I've removed the battery tray and patched that up. It still needs to be cleaned up a bit more, but that's pretty much done. Then at the front here, you've got where normally the fuse box goes. I've patched up the hole where the fuse box normally goes and put some JB weld on top of it, and I still need to sand that down. We've got the two front guards on, which were, this is how they were when I got the car. The whole car was basically a patchwork quilt. It was brown colour with green doors. So if we have a look around the driver's side, the sill has been replaced on both the driver's side and the passenger's side. If we have a look inside the car, I've pretty much removed all of the black sound deadening material and sprayed it with weld through primer, because I've actually made some repairs to the side of the floor near the inner sill. There was some holes, so I've patched that up on both sides. The only part that I need to finish off is here in the footwell on the driver's side. So pretty much everything on the floor has been stripped and sprayed. I've also done the parcel shelf, the both side C pillars, the B pillars and the A pillars at the front of the car. Then if we go to the back of the driver's side, we've got a little bit of rust section that was cut out. There was a few pinholes. I was going to repair this quarter, but there's a few dents and there was some rust at the bottom of the sill. So instead I've bought a quarter section from Express Steel Panels in the United Kingdom and had them shipped here to Australia. It wasn't cheap, with most of the costs being from the postage. Then if we go to the back of the car, the boot floor has been cut out. There was I wouldn't say a lot of rust, but there was rust in the floor. And the plans that I've got for the car, I didn't really need the spare tyre well. So I decided to cut that out. These side panels here on both sides, they had some rust in them. So I've replaced both of those. The back of the window here, where the window sits, this section here, I've cleaned that up. I still need to do some repairs in some sections because there's some pitting, and I'm probably going to end up fixing those sections. In the corner here, it looks like someone's tried to repair this. There's some pretty crappy welds, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this stage, whether I'm going to just grind it down and linish it, or cut out a section and fix that. Then on the passenger side, this is where probably the most work will need to be done at the back, which is the whole quarter panel was removed. So I've got a new complete quarter panel for that. So that needs to be fixed, as well as the back panel where the boot sit, that needs to be fixed. And then you've got your tail light buckets sections need to be put in back on both sides. So there's quite a bit of work to be done on the back part of the car. I've taken the diff out of the car, which it's just sitting here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in terms of the diff, whether I'm going to use the standard diff or go with something else. What I do know is that I'm going to go from drum brakes on the back to disc brakes while I'm going through all this rebuild or restoration really. I might as well upgrade the brakes to better brakes. The whole car is lifted up on a trolleys, I think they're called. So this makes it easy for me to move the car around, because this is only a small shed. It's only a two-car garage really. So by being on the trolleys, I'm able to move the car across, because in one of the bays it's pretty much chocker with tables. I've got a door here, some storage containers and a lot of stuff, so I need to be able to move the car across depending on which sides I'm working on. So if we take a look around the passenger side, as I said before, the sill on the car has been replaced. So I have done a bit of work on the car, but there's a lot more to do. So that's a look at my current project, which is a TD or Mark III Cortina. Still got a lot of work to do, so slowly it will be done. It's going to take some time, so hopefully you stay along for the journey. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. And please note that I'm no professional by any means. I'm just doing this as a hobby, and basically getting back to my roots in terms of car ownership, in that my first car was a Cortina, a later model, a TE or Mark IV, which was more of a square body, whereas with the TD or Mark III is more of what's known as a Coke bottle style body shape. So stay tuned and hope you join me on my journey. Thanks a lot.